Hello, how are you?
Director of Admin, Director of HR, Director of Finance, and the newest Director of Maritime Education and Training.
Yes, sir.
Is this
the major? What's that? Hello. I didn't know you share. This is where...
Yes, sir. They are occupying the 2 floors of the last 2 floors of yes. Oh yeah, it's done already.
I'm happy that you're enforcing it.
Oh yes. Remember the other day I was
He's the best.
saying myself I do.
Yeah. That's official. And you guys just...
No, but the young man he wants to exercise.
How many staff do you have here?
In 368 total.
General.
Yes, that's general.
How many offices do you have? How many locations?
Oh, we have how many locations? We have 7 locations, right? 7 across. Yes, we have 7 locations across. The north, we have a couple of the north, a couple of the south. Yes, sir. So where my own office is.
We'll end at yours. What's that? The restaurant? So when people come to the restaurant, they don't disturb you?
No, sir, they don't use. They actually don't. There's another entrance on the other side.
Ah, there's another entrance.
Yes. So they don't
And they don't try to sneak in.
Well, sometimes they do. Some people come pretending to go to the restaurant and then they.
When was this building built? This building was built for Maritime?
For Maritime, yes.
You guys built it yourself?
We built it ourselves, yes. Well, it's due for major renovation. That's the drawing right there. So this is where we are.
And what's that?
This is where the restaurant is.
Ah, okay. And what's that used for? That structure?
So apart from the restaurant, we have the boardroom there, we have a couple of offices, we have the hall.
Ah, this is your...
This is my small office.
Where do you go to sit?
You sit there. No, you sit here.
No, sit here. I like people to sit in their offices. Come join us.
I had
Madam
it.
Director.
Right? Where is Mo? And that's like. So normally how your manual meeting is right in there.
Yeah.
I had it actually seated.
I see. So I mean, I don't know much about Maritime, and I would love to have a 2 minutes update on Maritime. But before, how long have you been at Maritime?
This is my 6th year now.
6th year? 6? You're
Less than
one day.
So we have the other guys
Director,
who are 20 years.
6 years, and we'll pass through. So what does Maritime do in one sentence?
So normally I use the analogy of SLRSA. So they regulate vehicle traffic or transportation. It's the same thing. We are the ones in charge of all sea transportation. Register vessels internationally and locally. So for instance, international vessels, we have about 600 of them flying our flags.
600 vessels?
Flying our flags, yes. We, on average, we register like 20. On road, you register and then you register because there are those who are, who like to, go to another flag. But we have around 600 vessels. Locally, we have like 360 vessels that we have registered as well. Is Mr. Moore.
360 local.
Yes, local.
So we have about 1,000 vessels Or 900.
900.
I like to round.
Yes,
so let's
like,
900.
yes, like
international and local
local.
vessels. And what counts as a vessel? Does a canoe count as a vessel?
No, sir. Well, we have various categories.
Insist.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. We have various categories of vessels. At the local, which we normally call pampa, we license about 600, 500, 600 per year.
So what's the difference between a canoe and a pampas?
No, I'm saying like the pampas. I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, so canoe is the one that.
yeah, I mean canoe is the rowing one. It's the yes, and the one that is.
So and then what's the and then pampa is
the one with the machine. Outboard machine.
Okay. So do you register the rowing ones, or it has to have an outboard machine for you to register?
In the outboard machines.
Okay, so
yeah. Because
every outboard machine vessel must register.
License, yeah.
License and register.
Yes.
It's important because I'm sure there are people who operate vessels with outboard machines that are not registered.
There are a lot of them. But
what's the fine if you catch somebody?
So we are currently working on he can give you the figure, but really most of them are minimum fee. But we are currently working on reviewing them. All our fines and all of our license fees and stuff, we are working on them.
Okay.
I think we have where the MSC is in Parliament for Merchant Shipping Act.
This one?
No, this is the STCW. This is for the CPR. There are people who go to.
And the merchant shipping is the act that does what?
It's the act that regulates, shipping both nationally and
locally.
And it is different from the Maritime Act.
The Maritime Act establishes the Maritime Institution itself, an act that you use to implement your
it's the Merchant
Shipping Act.
So before now, was there a Merchant Shipping Act before?
Yes, we have one of 2000. It's getting revised now.
Okay, so when was the Maritime Act established?
In 2000, it was established.
Okay, so in 2000 we had a Maritime Act which established the maritime, and then the Shipping
2003
Act was 2003, and that's what you've been using now. That's been updated and it's in Parliament. What are the major changes in that one?
So for the sector is actually changing or metamorphosing into a lot of other areas that we had not captured. For instance, the environment, pollution in the sea. Ballast water, for instance, this is water that the vessels take from other countries just so they can stabilize when they get here. They get rid of that, and then so some of those water or whatever it is that you put in the vessel might be contaminated. They will bring in diseases. So these are some of the things we are capturing. Not just that, we also captured in the merchant shipping. I think you have
we have both. Safety, conventions that are incorporated into.
So you remember you told me about the conventions that we have. So most of them are.
So all of them they are capturing.
Yes, sir. It's not just that. We also have a couple of other bills that we are working on. Some of them are now with the minister. They are all capturing all of those conventions. 20 of those conventions, so less than all of them we have incorporated into the act.
Okay, so you're not just ratifying those, you are embedding it into our own laws as well, domesticating.
Yes, sir.
And more particularly in the old Merchant Shipping Act, did not come with its regulations. Now we are developing a whole lot of regulations that will be.
I see. That's good. I think your entity also works a lot with, because it's fishing, water, transport,
the Navy,
the security, the port.
We all work with ONS. We normally get monthly meetings. We call it the GMC every month. We meet to discuss maritime issues, security-wise, and so currently we are. Yes, we can talk about the successes, but there are issues that we also need to bring to your knowledge. Water exports.
Sure. So security,
yes. And because most of the acts or the tools that we have that we are using are old or are obsolete, some of the other players are getting into the space that they're not supposed to get into. So
and is that being resolved with this new act in Parliament?
We are, yes, sir. We are definitely
resolving it.
that.
And if there are issues, let us know so we can engage the ministers and the heads of entities before.
And the good thing is it's been captured, and most of those sector players were part of the process. Draft, send it to them, they looked at it, gave their lawyers. And then
what stage is it at in Parliament?
The privilege with the chairman of the legislative committee. So that's the only one at the time, but that's the most important one. Once that is passed, then we know the rest can follow. There are regulations that they are developing as well. So hopefully this year we're going to pass the MSA, we're going to pass the SLM revised bill, we're going to pass the box, marine pollution bill, compensation bill.
What do you do for training?
So the good thing, what we've done is the SCCW is actually what is there for training, standards, training, certification, and watchkeeping. So that is what you need as a person or an employee to go on board a vessel. That's a basic training. So this year alone we have generated like 1.2 billion from it. So what we have done is we created a department specifically for training. Because what we have noticed is here we are generating, but we are paying because we're not qualified or not certified to give certificates. We are paying RMU, the Regional Maritime University in Ghana, to bring in their guys. We give them the DSA, we buy their tickets, we pay RMU again, just so they can certify our trainers or trainers. So we are working out. Basically, I'm going to UK next week. We're going to see. We are currently on the grey list. So once we go to them, we do our submission. We're supposed to be moved to the white list. That means we now can actually certify. We now can actually build our own training centers here, or center here. We can actually certify other seafarers from other countries. That's also revenue for the entity. So imagine we are not currently certified to do X, Y, and Z, but we are generating a lot of money. We have an MOU with Mastership. So all their staff on board their vessels come here for training. We're also working with another company in UK that has over 1,200 vessels. We'll see how we can. But apart from that, a big game changer, sir. The president has said that he wanted to generate or to get 5,000 jobs for you. 500,000 jobs for you. In this sector alone, we can actually help with STCW. Currently, we are working with International IOM. We are going to train 500 youths. We already agreed with the registry or the registrar in Cyprus. They are ready to take 2 persons per vessel. So if you have 600 vessels, you're taking 1,200. Sure. So we are working with that. Once we get that done, then
I see that all of our licensed vessels must have Sierra Leoneans.
That's it. It's actually
it's in the act.
It's in the agreement that they signed.
That they signed.
Yes, sir.
So you're only gonna. Why we didn't implement it before?
Because we didn't have any.
They don't have the trained and unqualified.
Okay, so there are 2 parts to it.
Yes.
So you're training the personnel.
So this is their
their
passports. Basically they should have in order to board and onboard vessels. So this for the past couple of years, this is the first time we actually have.
So now we have a seafarer
discharge or certificate of discharge.
And this is accepted globally. And now we have it.
We have it. So the captain on board the ship basically will sign you out and sign you in.
And it's well managed.
It's well managed. We have not started using this. Is just came in like a couple of weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So what you've done, I was reading this. I met some of your students at the World Maritime University when I was there the last time. When I was in Denmark, they came to see me. So then I also met some of the ones in Ghana. I've met
Maritime, yes,
I've met a few.
This year alone we have sent I think 4 to RMU.
Yes.
So
we intended to send more this year.
So and these are your staff?
Yes, these are our staff.
And they come back?
They do.
Depends on
Majority come back.
we should not be sending people training them and don't come to work for us. So you have to make
Most
sure
of them came back today to start there.
They come back. Some are going. There's one that is currently going to go to IMLI, International Maritime. Is it the Legal Institute or Law Institute? He's going to go there.
And this is done in collaboration with.
This is done with I think it's a company in Ghana that did this one for us. They are the ones that are doing it for the Ghana Maritime Authority. So it's
and who do you need to endorse it with? Is it like as part of the process?
It's just
you guys, because you guys are the competent authority.
Yes, sir.
So all those 1,200 people will have one of them.
They need to have this one.
And you will the vessels will implement. They will implement.
So within here, so like
no, what I'm saying, those
they will
600
accept.
vessels.
Yes.
You will make sure they implement.
I have already spoken to them.
I will follow through with that. That's fantastic.
We are pushing for that. I've already told them. So once they start,
congrats.
Thank you very much, sir. Once they start, getting these ones, we'll have a database. So he's here as a director. We have a database. We'll send it to them.
Yeah.
Then they will now, it's not going to be like 500 at the same time, but they will start as they have openings.
I like that. I like it. And I have to ask before you show me around: is your senior leadership 30% gender sensitive?
So please, we're working on that.
You're working on it.
We're working on that.
Who's your director of HR?
Myself, yeah.
You have to make sure that we are compliant.
So she's
we are very close. We have 72 as against 27 with staff capacity.
Well, that's about a third.
Yes.
Well, that's the staff. That's the staff. Okay, you are compliant there for 30%, but for the senior leadership, you're working on it. Let's keep working on it. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Maybe we'll, if I wasn't depending on whether they do quick snacks, I'll eat your lunch. I use well, I finished reading all of that anyway.
The
diaries, my staff will be happy to receive them.
The staff will be happy.
So let's walk around and I'll see the rest of your people around.
So the reason why we have the remember we brought the UKHO to you, so they're gonna help us redo this one, and also
that's the one that they were going to help redo. And then there was a thing about the insurance from the port and dredging this.
Yes.
Is that the
yes?
so they will be.
We are doing our best, but
hello. How are you? You see, I am all the secretaries that I come, they don't give me tea. Nobody offers me tea in these things that I do.
So if Axel and myself have been tell this day when I come, we get Casada Ali,
we not the tell on the sports check. So Casada is not in there on the spot. Right. At least now I know that Cassava League has a free order. It's not on the spot at all. That are the finances. He's with us or she's with us? Yes, how are you?
She's the
admin. You have a great view. I like because it's a good stress. When you're stressed, you just turn the chair around, swivel around, and then we do.
So there's our restaurant.
Your vision is to be a leading maritime administration that ensures safe, secure, and clean seas and promotes the sustainable exploitation of Sierra Leone economy. To regulate and develop improved standards of performance. It's a very clear vision.
So it's not just the sea, even the inland waterways as
which is why if I make people knows if you get boats, we get machine, you don't register.
So
what we here for go find.
What you don't do, sir?
Now employee me as well.
On board board. Remember the composition of the board.
Yeah.
We get the president of the local board association. It's part of the board. So now, if there is anything,
I want to go to the what's there.
It will help you create this. You presence alone don't do for equity.
Hello, how are you? Okay, you wanted to do how are you? How long have you been at Maritime?
6, 7 years.
6 years. You went to a different school.
So he wants to show you that?
I know, exactly. That's why he wanted me to see that. How many, do you have other offices in the Western area?
We are currently opening one in
hello,
West,
how are you,
West
man? Thank you. What unit is that?
That's where the training department is going to be housed.
Excellent. Hello, how are you? In Waterloo?
Yes, sir.
So, okay. That will be your second house.
Yeah, in Freetown, yes.
Hello, this is your.
This is
how's audit? Everybody follows processes here.
Compliant.
You're compliant. On the audit report, you try to correct the things that they said every year.
Follow-ups, yes.
Excellent. Most people don't know how to read audit reports, so it's important that we.
So the good thing is I worked with audit before, so I know what queries are.
And implementing them. Queries are not bad. It's just make sure.
That's more.
See, exactly. You're clearly doing your job because you know it's the guy who's So you're always ready to go. Yes. You always have your.
We all have one of these.
With everybody, so you're ready to go at every time. And you enforce. You know how on the bikes you said you're like SLRS. People should wear helmets. Your equivalent is life jacket.
So we are actually we
have.
them
boats then can just give them all those sit-down panels.
That's the thing.
For the wearer, people walk inside it. I just like hell.
Somebody lost her life because she refused to.
Really?
Yes,
on one of the boats?
It was a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
But I mean, you cannot. But normally this is something.
Oh man, just like seat belts.
Yes.
Wear your life jacket.
Yes.
Wear your helmets. Wear your life jacket.
Always.
Like real.
Always wear. We get 5,000.
Should you fine those boat people if they don't make us wear our life jackets?
Yes, sir.
What have we find them?
We get the authorities to find them.
What have they find them?
Or stop them from flying the route.
Because if something happens, it's on us, you know. We're only doing our job. What's upstairs?
That's RMFA. But then we also have the radio room. Actually.
You guys have a radio? Can we? Let's go. RMFA then did it? We're not here for them, but it's a nice surprise. Hello. Is the administrator there?
The next floor.
4th floor?
Yes.
These are the...
this is their house.
Do they rent from you?
Yes, sir.
And they pay rent?
They pay rent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they pay?
They pay. There's an agreement.
I like it. Secure entry everywhere.
So that's what we're going to do downstairs.
Hello, where is director? This one. That's what you're going to do?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
The same secure entry.
Everywhere.
Yes, sir.
I love it. Wait, are we in the right place? I love secure entry everywhere. This is beautiful.
Wait.
Hello. Hi, we're director. Where the head? Huh? Where?
Where's the CEO?
CEO there? Oh, na CEO in there. Where the deputy? Oh, then they per meeting. Oh, okay. Well, wait. And then upstairs is the radio. Is the radio? Left hand. Tell them in left hand. Left hand. And the candle. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys? So what do we have here? Apart from a great view to the ocean.
They are in the penthouse.
Why do you, the block could have view? They get this kind of view on the block, huh? The whole day now, walk out after the walk. So tell me, what do we have up here? Who's the head here?
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Come.
What's your name?
Alfred Dauda Kefas.
How are you?
Fine, sir.
How long have you worked here?
I've worked here for 12 years now, sir.
For 12 years.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, ferry runs, you have the number of vehicles, 79,000 vehicles last year.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's a lot. People don't normally see the effectiveness or the, but you track all of these things.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, what do you do up here?
I'm the search and rescue and marine communications manager, and I have the supervisors and also the radio officers who happens to be the deck officers. They record ferry runs. We take key moves, that is for conventional ships that calls for the Queen Elizabeth II fleet, and all of what they discharge, we also collect all of those for record purposes. That is just a marine view of the coastline of the Leone waters, and we have coastal responsibility as a maritime institution to ensure that we do communicate with vessels traversing our seas, and we also take records of that. That is just a snapshot of the...
That's incredible data that you track there.
Yes, sir.
It's really wonderful.
Yes, sir. That is just a disposition of our radio communications area and areas manned by the MTRs, that is the Maritime Supervisors, coastal-wise, on to bonds, and then from everywhere. These are our radio stations.
And they're all live.
Yes, sir.
Like you can reach out to them and you hear from them.
Yes, sir.
You record number of incidents, number of deaths, number of survivors, and survivors is from some incident.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Wow.
On accident databases, and we give
rescue operation.
Sure. Use the center for the rescue.
So people, wow.
So what we're going to start doing now is create reports out of these, then make them available to the public.
Yeah, these are incredible.
These are the instances we engage on rescue operations.
It's incredible. Yeah. It really is.
Saving tourists we are rescued.
It shows that you guys work. I mean, you're obviously here, surprised. It's 24 hours operation, and that you're linked. And it's so easy for me when they say, "Oh, boy, camped in our town. Then as soon as they die," but you don't see the rescue operations you do. You don't see the. I didn't know that, for example, and I'm sure if I didn't know, many people don't know. So it's important that you guys communicate the impact of what you do. Just those data as well that you track, you have for all number of ferry crossings, passengers, vehicles, and you track all of those data.
Yes, sir.
For the ferry, then we to how normally manage the ferry then.
Private.
So now just the regulation.
And the other thing
is the insurance.
The other thing is in most cases,
but then those ferries
are not safe.
They are not
We are. I'll tell you that we are working to give options. The Ministry of Transport is working on it. But you guys should be writing your reports and sending it. I'm sure you do. But we will send it up to the people that we will see and then something happen.
We don't do that in a couple of weeks ago. We did one for.
Well, I send it to the office of the president.
Yes.
Or ONS will take it to the office of the president. But send it up.
Okay. But most of them are not really. They're not supposed to have. They have no business being on.
Do a report on those and send it upwards. Okay.
That's one I manage.
Yeah, because you don't have those options.
You make do with what you have. You make what you have safer. As safe as it can be. But we should
But I know the
write a report and send it to us.
Yes.
And you guys keep track of those yearly.
So this is January to May. We have all of the number of ball carrier, different types of vessels, call import.
main and rainy season, I make the oil tank and look low, all general. But you had more container ships anyway, and more bulk.
Yes.
Interesting.
And then from June now to November, we focus a lot on the seeds.
That the fishing trawler, that was during the lock period. Excellent. Thank you. How many staff do you have?
I have 15 staff.
So you are going to snap that and keep it. That the chief minister was here.
Thank you. 15 staff?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Excellent.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm also working on design renovating.
Where are the past one more down here.
Yes.
You were saying?
We're trying to resource the one to renovate this
yeah, it's a beautiful building. It just needs to be. When was it built?
What was it?
It was completed in 2010. That's when we moved in.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you? I'm muted down there.
Yes, sir.
Where who's that meeting there? Hello. How are you? Yeah, excellent, thank you. Hello. Hi. I'm sorry to so rudely interrupt your how are you? I suppose it means things are working. I came and I was walking by. I went to the deputy's office and they said you're having your weekly meeting, your project meeting.
Yeah, we evaluate what the project we're doing every morning. The director is taking us through where we have.
So who's who around the table?
So we have
Engineer Marion Kawan, Director of Planning, Technical Compliance, Management and Coordination.
I'm the Secular Director of
Bashir Sharif, Deputy CEO.
Mohamed Bobomasari, Public Relations Manager.
Dr. Thomas, Director of Finance and Investment.
How are you guys?
Of course, the CEO, Mohamed Khan.
Yes.
Yes.
It's so you sit and look at projects regularly?
Every Monday.
By the way, you're invited to a meeting tomorrow in my office at 1. We're meeting on the pricing formula.
Oh, okay.
So 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. That's good.
Because one of the line items on the formula is on road infrastructure and maintenance, so we have to make sure that we're capturing. You can bring one of your technical staff as well. And so the way RMFA works is how? Just brief. I was just passing. I wasn't scheduled to visit you. I came to see these guys, and I saw that you work here as well, and I thought I should drop in. So tell us, what does RMFA do, and what's the impact in brief that RMFA has?
So by the Act of 2010, RMFA was created to manage funds for the maintenance of the core road network of the country. Through SLRE, who are the primary.
Let's sit. I'll sit. I sit. I'll pull a chair.
So through we manage funds for the maintenance of the core road network.
Don't mind, don't give me one time. I can't give me one Thank you. Go ahead.
One office anyway.
One office, I like it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, well, actually we manage the funds, but the SLRE implements about 70% of what we fund. So 70% of our funding goes to SLRE because they are in charge of the core road network, and about 20% to the councils. So on an annual basis, what we do, SLRE develops a work program which they send sometime in September of course, within the budget cycle of Ministry of Finance. So once that is forwarded to us, we look at the numbers vis-a-vis what the cash flow forecast is, because of course our main source of funding is the levies on petrol and diesel in the private formula. We also get 10% from SLRSA.
Ah, you do?
10%, but that is very inadequate, but that's for another day. We'll discuss more on that. But today we'll get 10% from the SLRSA levy. So those are the two resources we utilize today. And out of that, 70% goes to SLRA.
And on SLRA, what are the projects that you fund? On SLRA's annual?
Yeah, so for instance, the budget,
no, just in general, what are the kinds of projects that they give to you?
They are in charge of everything, so they have like premix patching, graveling of some trunk roads, repairs of some bridges. They also have ferries. There are still some ferries, you know, which
those ferry crossings.
Those
ones
that on an annual, yes, it's maintained on an annual basis. They do rushing on the highways. They also have drainage and flood mitigation programs, which starts during the May, which runs up to November. Yes, and then also.
Do you close the loop with them in terms of whether they do the work and whether how you finance? Who does the impact monitoring?
Well, they do, but we verify.
You verify. So they write projects to you, you approve, and you finance, and then
we approve their budget.
Yeah.
Ministry of Finance approves, our board approves. Then we communicate to them. They engage. They do their contracting. Award the contracts. Send the contracts to us. That is handed over to our Department of Engineering. So as and when they request for payments outside of the advance, our engineers, they will send a report based on what they have verified, but the director also and his team will now go and verify before we release the funds.
Okay.
So we have.
So there is a way to make sure that we are checking and tracking that the work gets done.
Yes.
I need to leave you, but tell me a little bit about impact. You know, often we sit in our offices, so people say RMFA, I don't know what they do, or tell me talk about Creole, being within the impact, like tangible of the kind of work that we do and what they support and finance through these levies, like road infrastructure fund.
Yes, over the years, the impact, what we have done
talk about Creole.
What we don't do.
They say as a bit of Creole, but most me and you.
I think I try first.
Okay.
If we go now, each of the districts in this country now, 10 councils, they will tell you, say, and the community, not only the council, because what we will do as well, we don't only engage the councils. When we go, we make sure, say, the community, the chiefs, they are also part of those programs. So they know very much what RMF is doing. So if you take and right across the land of Sierra Leone, you can tell you there, they will tell you, say, one institution who really don't keep government in all these communities, because we have quality bridges, roads, connections we don't do over the years. Really, the impact is huge. We feel that, and also we get very quality partnership we don't develop of late with ILO, because ILO through funds from European Union, they get this community-based labor to take out the youth from the communities and using local materials. They are piloting them in 4 districts: Kenema, Bo, Port Loko, and Bomadi. We partner with them, but then they do graveling, side drains and stuff. They don't do structures. So where they find out, like, there is a project in Tikonko, Bo, where big agricultural community, they've almost finished, but they had a bridge which they could not. So that the full potential of that intervention could not have been made. So waiting and then come, the leadership of ILO came here. They said, okay, so this is what we have done. But then those agricultural people, they're not going to steal because that bridge is an hindrance. So we said, okay, no problem. So the engineer went there, the auditor, the check, They said it's something we can do. So we partnered, we did it. It came out very well. So we have those impacts all over the place, agriculture, the schools, the educational communities, we have them.
So thank you. I mean, I think it's really important as well that you don't just work through the SLRA and the councils or the community as well. And in this case, the international partner says to really harness the potential for the agricultural investments, you need this bridge and UNA to do the...
And in fact, going forward now, what the ILO is looking at, they want to sign an MOU, because they don't want to directly get involved again, because they do, I think, from experience, they cannot manage the projects well directly with the councils. So they want to seek the funds, and then since we have a formula of managing, so they want us to be implementing on that behalf. Once they source the fund from EU, we can.
How big are your staff? How big is your staff?
About 32.
Nationwide?
Yes.
I guess you guys are just administrators,
fund
administrators. So you don't need.
No, we don't need more salary on the council.
How I know see woman now leadership. President Bill say 30%. So I know Sengeh now at 32. Then overall, I don't know how many in leadership, but for the work towards that, you know so.
Yes.
So now you are.
Yes. No, before the end of this year, hopefully.
You if you
we'll
need,
get one.
No, we have to go 30%. We have to try, but there are ways in which you go 30%. Get more people.
No, it's a leadership.
No, leadership.
Because the HR is a lady.
So more adds more. They go, not in one day. We just need to get it. 30%. But I thank you for the high impact work that you do, and for keeping government present in those communities where there is no government, and for opening up those communities for agriculture and for development. I know I had said I'll come visit you, but well, you didn't think it was soon. We'll find time. I think, as we said, still and let's get a technical update for His Excellency. Thank you. Sorry for disrupting.
No.
All right. See you. Thank you. He said you guys pay your house rent, your office rent, which is good. We don't pay,
No, they don't pay for last year.
They don't pay for last year. Thank you. And they've always been here, or they moved here? They always was here from the start?
I think they moved there because they were set up, but they moved there like a couple of years ago.
Thank you. Alright, how are you, sir? Hello, how are you, man? And then the part of the structure is the restaurant.
So the restaurant and then at the top is the hall. The hall is currently trying to work on
renovate, and then you guys now.
My intention was to actually partition it for office space.
The people's come through here.
No, sir. So everything is what I'm thinking of. 16 renovated.
Hello. How are you? How the lunch?
Yeah, you guys sit.
Good, thank you.
So, yeah, this is another. See the view?
You guys have
these people who have encroached seriously. But my intention was once they...
Hi.
Most of them are...
You have the primest view in the city, but it's not manageable.
These people are struggling to buy yes.
Nothing to permanent structure though.
That's Prince of Wales, that's Capital.
That's the carbon.
That one. On high tide, the water comes all the way. Oh, you mean
Then over the years, they are really struggling to have their own condition. The whole settlement going down, they are all like squatters. But how do you get them out of their land? You know, the challenges. Oh, we wish they are not here because we can really have very nice SLME, such as rescue. Standing here.
The nice marina can be built.
You need a marina, the marina. I think as an we should consider finding people we can do a JV with, get JV proposals, reclaiming this place, including a marina. You can do that. I think find good partners. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming here. It's an honor to have you.
And I think those guys said they're going to start building a new ferry terminal.
Oh yes, sir.
Yeah, I saw they started?
Yes, they started demolishing the old structure, right?
Okay.
That's where.
So that's the exit?
Yes, this is the entrance road.
We can use this?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
This is the entrance and exit. Come to the restaurant to use the hall over there.
Yes.
I think I ate here once. This is the road that you were saying.
We have like 8 vessels, but every time we have to bring them into one we use them to jump in.
Hello. How are you guys? Wonderful. How are you? These are store items for the office and for your vessels, or just for the office?
For the office, for the vessels.
There's a floor more stuff.
Vessels, we have safety equipment.
Your safety equipment and stuff.
Yes.
Ring gears.
Ring gears, we provide ring gears for our
Thank you.
staff as well.
That's nice. Good to see you. Why do you have the engineers in the basement? That's where they put the engineers. Hello, hi. Hello, how are you guys? Excellent. Thank you so much for everything you guys do.
Thank you for
Thank you for coming.
They bring the technical people in the basement, the navigators, the engineers. That's what they do with the engineers.
Look at the
That's your
former past member. So this is our board. Where is the board? Board chair.
Please my regards to the board chair. I came and did a surprise drop. It's wonderful.
So the board room and the board chair. These guys are.
Hello, how are you guys? Excellent. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you for everything you do. Let's see. How many boats do you say you have?
We have 8 Supreme. We have 3 here. The other
Thank you.
And they're stored where?
This one's right. So the mining, the 2 big mining companies to start giving us something. We're trying to get new vessels which shall have a presence in the sea.
So these are, you have vessels and these are for the rescue operations. So when you want, they come in and load them from here?
Yeah.
They just roll them from
Yes, roll them to the...
And the boats over here, the Sabia over here is where you load them from. And they're all serviced.
These ones are new. They are
all ready for operation.
For operation. There are two. They currently have 2 out there already.
They're out there. Any two, would that be cool?
That'd be cool. Any other people. Sometimes, I mean, they're easy to launch. They're not big, they're just small and easy to launch for rescue operations.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's what we are grabbing with our neighbors.
Yes.
It's a lot of
You should definitely do it. One of my things I love is I do think you guys should really figure out a way to get the public to see the impact of what you do. Your work is vast and your work is impactful, saving lives.
Saving lives, that's the most important.
And I think you need to let the world know, let us know, reassure us that you're doing that amongst other things as well. Thank you very much for hosting me this morning.
They have been very, you know, I came in, I have not added apart from the new director. We have been working with the same people, for different results. Because I decided to actually just work with the directors, give them instructions, so we all work together.
We have to work
down
and we have to make sure that we have been
excellent.
Thank you.
These are great people's skills management.
That's good. I see a tunnel over there and I'm curious. I want to know. That's the slave grounds. Is that one?
Actually, at the back of this building, somebody was telling me, we have the water we not the drive. Right behind, inside here, the fountain that the slaves were drinking from. It's right there, just behind this. It's still there.
I should definitely go check it out.
Yeah, it's still there.
It's crazy that we leave those monuments.
That one is occupied by people right now.
If you're not in that room, I see. If you're not using it, somebody.
So that's the route right up to the
that's nice. Alright, I'll see you. Thank you. It's good to see you. Thank you. Good to see you.